Delighted to be joined today for our tech slot, our weekly tech slot, by the Professor of Cybersecurity at the University of Ulster. That's Professor Kevin Curran. Kevin, thank you very much for joining us today. Kevin, I was thinking about this because Radio 4 did a recent thing about online stuff, and, you know, parents are, you know, unless you're really tech savvy like you, most parents aren't. But knowing what to actually, it's just Facebook, it's just X, it's just this, it's just that. But this is a US Surgeon General who's intervening here and saying, no, we need to rethink this completely. And what's he saying?
Yeah, the US Surgeon General wants to introduce a health warning like we've had on cigarettes since in America 1966 and in the UK 1971, saying again that again, we don't know what form that would take. Of course, you know, does a banner just come up or whatever else? But he just wants to have a label really designating social media as being harmful.
Yeah. You wouldn't just niche, because your microphone's being hit by your phone, Kevin. You've probably got a space-age phone that would probably launch a rocket in terms of what you've got there in front of you. So this is Vivek Murthy. And what's he getting at essentially here, Kevin? We know the internet can be a sewer. So why is this important, what he's suggesting?
Yes, he's calling for phone bans in schools. He's calling for it not to be used at meal times again, which we would agree with, of course. But the thing is, we do have the UK Digital Online Safety Act, which is coming in next year. And again, that will force, again, social media companies to be very strict on the age restrictions again. No one under 13, of course, and to be very proactive in removing extreme content.
But they touched on this in the Radio 4 thing exactly, and the company came back and said, no, but listen, we have registration like you just said. And the guy said, but look, all they've got to do, are you 13? Yeah, I am. But he's 7, like... But it's just a tick box, and nobody takes it seriously, Kevin. So pick it up from there.
It is indeed. Until you have a driving license for the internet, really, you know, anyone can say that they are. But one thing I would say is that there was a major study done 2 years ago on social media, and it came back with it's not that clear cut on the harms. Of course, the more time you spend online, you know, in any platform, really, you know, the more you lose out in life, of course, and you can come across content anywhere. But some teens have found it actually useful, again, to be able to speak, especially to their offline friends online, and it can reduce stress again. So it's not as clear cut again, because there was something similar back in 1982 again, where the US surgeon at the time wanted to basically ban video games for young people, because again that they're seen as a moral danger, everything else. But the California Parliament, but the act was knocked back again. That there was a thing. So some people are seeing a kind of a parallel here again that is a bit extreme in some ways. But of course, none of us want our kids or our children or anyone, you know, to see dangerous content online or whatever else. But it's more than the social media sites that host this kind of content.
So that's very, very interesting. It makes us think. I mean, just at a tangent again, that Radio 4 one, the young adults said, right, take our phones off us for 5 days and give us old-fashioned ones with Snake and all on them. And all of them except one young woman said, this past 4 days, I've never slept like in years. You know, they actually got to sleep at night because they weren't worrying about, you know, fixing their Twitter before they went to bed, or their TikTok or whatever. Amazing, Kevin. But I don't know how you regulate this in the modern world. You know, I think once the cat's out of the bag. Kevin, can we talk about it's called an Apple Away. So all iPhone and Android, is Android iPhone or not iPhone?
No, it's different. iPhone's different.
So Samsung.
Android would be with their Galaxies or Huawei phones.
I don't know the difference.
I don't
know the difference. I've been doing this slot for years. Yeah. I don't know the difference. Anyway, so this is iPhones and Androids, about 4 hidden dangers if we're using our devices on holiday, or as we call it in this city, coming over to the city side and getting hit with charges from Donegal. Right enough, Kevin, I don't think about it. I try not to use it when I'm on holidays, and then you try to find a wee Wi-Fi or a wee, you know, off the hotel or whatever, and that's grand. What are the dangers here?
Yeah, of course. I mean, one thing is...
I'm just saying, free Wi-Fi is one of the dangers. Dear.
It can be at times again, but a lot of this information actually is quite dated in cases. But of course, roaming charges, you got to worry about them. You know, you can pay for, you can have plans, whatever else. So, but free Wi-Fi obviously overcomes you having to spend anything on your data. But make sure you have a data cap before you go, because you could be stung for a lot of money. But again, just to be very careful when you're using Wi-Fi again, that there are instances where someone could have a rogue Wi-Fi hotspot set up and you don't know you're connecting to it again. But that is becoming less and less prevalent nowadays, because what we have encrypted that padlock you see in your URL bar, the HTTPS. Again, that protects us quite a lot. And again, they're also saying that on social media, be careful about maybe sharing any of your photos again, that people could be alerted to you not being around.
In the house.
Again, but it depends on how much.
Yeah, but it's an important one. Find my device, Kevin. I get a guilt trip every time because I go, I must get this working. But then I go, well, I haven't lost my device today, so I can forget about it. And then, of course, one day we will probably, or many of us will lose a phone and go, oh, if only I'd done the Find My Device. Is it easy to find my device?
It is. You just go into settings and you turn it on. You might be asked for your PIN code as such, but that's a crucial one, really. Because
and then what do you do if you lose your phone?
Oh well, then you log into iCloud on your laptop or your tablet or in a PC.
Right.
And then you're just able to see in real time. Now,
what happens if the thief turns the phone off?
Well, a number of years ago, my partner left her phone outside on PC World over in Crescent Park, and this is about 12 years ago, and so immediately I went into iCloud on my device and I traced the guy who took it back to his house.
Don't be so specific, but you actually got his house?
I did, knocked on his door and says, can I please have my phone back?
You did not.
And he says, I was just keeping it so I could go to the police.
Kevin, are you joking?
No, seriously, over in the Crescent Park, yeah.
God. Right, that's the first thing I'm doing when I get off the air today. And then in the 30 seconds I have, Kevin, public access PCs, risk there?
Yeah, I mean, if you log in, people could just be careful about logging into sites on a PC, because unless you're in an internet cafe, which is widely respected, because you could be logged in and then whoever comes along next can see, or the cafe owner or whoever else, whatever, in the hotel, whatever, they can see your previous tabs and your logged in account, perhaps, or whatever. Just be careful about log out of every sensitive account if you're on a public PC, really.
Gotcha. I'm still thinking about you knocking your man's door. The blood must have drained out of his face. Oh yes, it must.
It did, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. There you go. Kevin, thanks a lot. Professor Kevin Curran there, just with some wee digital thoughts. Folks, our Tuesday specialist, Emma and Kevin, always keeping us up to post. And folks,